Menu, 5 items. Subscribe, 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 unsubscribe, subscribe, 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 unsubscribe, unsubscribe, Spotify, window, search menu, 5 items. You are currently in the menu, closing menu, search text field, search. Menu, 5 items. 50% load, menu, 5 items. Subscribe, 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 unsubscribe, subscribe, 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 unsubscribe, unsubscribe, voiceover off.
Hey, back already? Lol.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? I know I said I was gonna put this on a hold, but I am still putting it on a hold. You know, it's just from time to time I'll do some games and some overviews and some calibrations here and there on certain movies and certain games. But I just felt like showing you this game because I know some of you have been asking me about this Starblood Arena. And does it really take the advantage of PlayStation 4 Pro? Well, I can tell you that definitely does. As I'm looking around right now, everything seems to be much clearer. And how do I say this? Much vivid. The one thing you will notice if you have PlayStation 4 CUH 7000 Slim model and you connect it to the Slim model and you have two VR headsets, you will notice a difference between the older model and then the PlayStation 4 Pro. Like, the older model is more laggy and it's not as clear, as vivid as PlayStation 4 Pro version. So you definitely have that.
You was is up, bro.
What was that?
Emoji smiling face with open mouth.
Alright, let's try the tutorial.
Good choice, kid. Let's do this!
No Persona 5. Sad.
I know. Well, Persona 5 is a long game, so it's gonna be quite a while till I finish Persona 5. You know. By the way, I did try Persona 5 on my KS8000. It doesn't have HDR, but the upscale, it's really gorgeous. I mean, the game really looks gorgeous. Hold on a second. Why am I sitting here in the back seat? Like, what's going on?
Well, if it ain't the new blood.
Wait a minute.
Welcome to the Starblood Arena burner tutorial.
Hold on a sec.
We call all our new pilots burners because they spend most of their time in burning wreckage. Now,
This looks nice, but I don't understand. Why am I sitting here? Alright, let's see. Fire a gun, cycle gun, activate ship mod, deploy mine. Alright, now that's better. I was gonna say, why was I sitting? I was sitting in the back. Hold on.
safety? Are you friggin' kidding me? Get to the good stuff.
Alright, how about tutorial 7, movement training?
Now you're talking.
Use your left control stick to translate your ship in the relative XZ axis.
Pause the content, just dislike the video. MF.
I don't know why you disliked it, but anyway. Maybe because you're a hater. Maybe that's why. And seriously, it doesn't really matter if you hit that dislike. You do know that doesn't matter to me. What matters is that you're here watching it. I don't know how many times I have to get it through your head, man. So, kid, doesn't matter to me. Hit that dislike as many times as you want. How about that?
LOL of this woman, she say anything.
Really? That's all you're gonna say is LOL?
We
Couldn't
love
say
you.
ha ha ha.
Bravo! Let's try acceleration along the relative y-axis.
But this is very impressive, though, as far as graphics. This is definitely one of the cleanest PlayStation VR games I have seen. I like how you can see your
The meat sack can follow instructions.
your feet moving down on the clutch that goes up and down. That's pretty cool, man.
Okay, let me try her please bro, like you did with her phone MSGSN Persona. Haha.
I didn't even know what that meant, honestly. All I heard was Persona something, and then haha.
Superbly done.
You've mastered moving. Hooray for you.
Some rare and vapid galactic species are confused by the
This is
concepts
nice,
of
but you're
up
definitely
and
gonna
down.
feel some motion
Your
sickness here,
ship can
man.
accommodate their
Look at
peculiar
Jabba
visual
over here.
conversions.
And his big
Everyone's
microphone.
a unique snowflake.
Oh, I see. Let's do a quick match. Let's just see. Hold on.
Your ship's propulsion drive is also outfitted with a limited duration afterburner.
Translation, press boost, ship go fast.
Fly into that teleportation field for the next training session.
This looks pretty good, man. This is very good looking right here. It's definitely one of the better, cleaner PlayStation VR games. Obviously, Farpoint is the one that everyone's kind of looking forward to, but this is pretty good, man. It feels in par. I tell you what, it feels in par with like Oculus Rift, man. Because I have tried some Oculus Rift games, and this really feels in par with that. It's very clean and fluid. You know, I mean, you definitely feel the motion sickness, man, when you go up and down. And I like the fact that you're using your head motion to track with the cursor bar to shoot the enemies. That's pretty cool.
Well then, let's skip ahead to tutorial 12, weapon systems training.
Yeah, it seems very clear.
Your targeting
Yeah, it definitely
reticle
is.
controlled by your head. Simply look at the drones to activate them.
I can't stand it anymore. Blow something up for Grok's sakes.
All right, let's shoot them. Nice.
That really hits the spot.
Your ship also has a secondary weapon system.
All right, that's better now. Look, hold on a second. This is wrong, dude. I don't have boobies like that. What the hell's going on here? Oh, I'm a female. Jesus. What the hell? What's going on here? I have to say, this game is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. This is a very gorgeous game, man. It's very nice.
I love to cream pee.
What do you like?
Now blow those up too.
So you hold
Do
the
you remember
R2 and then
last
release.
time in Persona when you was playing the text MSGS on her phone over and over made sound like a girl moaning a one skipping the rest? Hey ha 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 Chris. Savage. I love the cream pie.
What else do we got?
Persona is a very long game.
Your ship is also equipped with a guided missile
That'll take you at least 100 hours,
Shooting that.
maybe more, to complete every single mission. And even after you finish, you can still go around and do stuff.
More.
Let's see. Oh yes, mines. Launch mines to create explosive death traps.
Well, how do I describe this to you? Because you guys don't have this VR headset on. Let's just say I have tried a bunch of PlayStation VR games, and this one, definitely it's out there in terms of quality and graphics, and there's no lag here. Look how fast I'm moving. There's barely any lag here. It's fluid. It's great. You really feel like you're inside this vehicle, this craft, and it feels like you're this female too. It's weird. All right, so
Okay, pilot, your heavy weapon system is almost charged. Deal a little more damage to get it fully charged.
oh, nice. We got our heavy weapons ready. Let's fire.
Heavy gun online.
Light 'em up.
Heavy weapon online.
So beautiful.
Rox, are you crying?
I just got.
All right.
something I
How long is this tutorial gonna be?
Blood. There might be some potential in you after all.
That almost sounded like
Your
a
female
compliment.
tats explain why she playing a lot with the joystick haha. Sorry for the
In
language.
case you haven't already noticed, your reticle displays your current ship status.
That's
The right
hilarious.
bars show your ammo and mines. The left bars show heavy ammo and missiles. The lower bars
Well, she has a dual joystick, not just one. She got two, you see.
Is VR worth the price?
If you have a PlayStation 4 Pro, I definitely say go pick it up. You're gonna take the advantage of it.
Wi-Fi, that should be off social media.
And yeah, it's definitely worth it, man. There's a bunch of games on PlayStation VR right now. There's something for everyone. There's racing, there's
Send in the drones.
space combat sim like Eve Valkyrie. There's this game. There's a Farpoint that's coming out on May 16th. That game looks amazing, man, with specific PlayStation Move accessory that comes with it as a gun controller. And some people who tested it, they're saying it's really immersive, and the graphics are like top notch. Farpoint's going to be one of those games that's going to truly show what the graphically PlayStation 4 Pro can do in the VR. And we can still see that here, even in this game. We can see like the advantage of the graphics. Honestly, it's in par with Oculus Rift. You know, this is like a good mid-range PC that's running Oculus Rift. So it really looks good, man. Now, the only disadvantage is obviously the PlayStation VR cannot go to the any higher resolution than 1080p. However, you could downscale something that's being rendered in a 4K checkerboard 4K and then downscale to 1080p. So that's gonna, they can do that, and they can make the game look a little bit better, a little bit sharper, a little bit cleaner. So they can do that as well.
Hey, you're back on the tube, man.
What's that? You mean am I back on YouTube? I'm back, but like I said, from time to time. Like, I'm not gonna be doing like as many videos like I used to do. If, like, for example, you might see me absent for like 4 days, 4.5 days, and you might see me come back for 1 day or 2. So it's gonna be like that, you know. There is one video I want to do. Maybe not this week, maybe week after. I want to talk about this technology. I want to talk about this technology behind quantum dot. You all heard about the quantum dot panels, which is mainly Samsung, but you guys don't know which company supplies, which lab supplies those quantum dot materials. And what sort of technology they're using, what sort of material they're using to produce that quantum dot. It's red, green, and blue, but they're also using...
I understand, boss. I know you need to relax and have a stress-free life. YouTube is just a hobby, brother.
I know, you're right about that. You're absolutely right, dude. And I'm kind of looking at it as a hobby right now. I'm not looking at it as like something as a career, or... I know there's a lot of pressure from a lot of you guys because I have a lot of subscribers. There's a lot of pressure that I do more, and in the future I will do more. It's just after I, you know, take care of myself first, and then I'll take care of, and there'll be more content. More educational content, if you will, because like I said, a week after this week, I want to do a video. Hold on. I'm going to do a video where I'm going to talk about the quantum dot technology and how that, the technology behind the quantum dot, what it consists of, and the company that's creating that technology. Because remember, Samsung Korea, they have partnership with a bunch of different labs, you know, and they're using this one company, which I'm saving it for the video. I will talk about it when I do the video, and I'll record it on my PC. I'll show you where this company lab is located and how much they influence not just the Samsung but a bunch of other devices and LCD screens. And they talk about the difference between the OLED and how more expensive and more risky it is to be creating the OLED as to opposed to LCD and quantum dot technology. And quantum dot technology, this company that's creating that technology, quantum dot, with these different colors, red, green, and blue, and how they're emitting these colors and what sort of substance they're using to make that quantum dot technology, how they're advancing it better and better and better, and creating, that's how they create that wide color gamut, because of the quantum dot technology. And this is why some people, like, they don't seem to understand. Okay, I have a 10-bit panel and I have HDR, but I should be getting a wider color gamut. No, you're not, because your TV doesn't have that quantum dot technology. And I really want to do this video. It'll be done probably next week after Easter. I will do it. Maybe I do it before Easter or after Easter. We'll see. And I'll record it. It'll be like a 30-minute video. I will explain everything in the baby steps. I'll show you the name of the company, the lab, which is here in the United States, the lab of the company. And I'm not saying the name because I'm saving it for the video. I don't want to spoil it. And I'll show you who the guy is, the CEO of the company on that lab that's creating the quantum dot technology. and what it consists of,
Sounds like
and
an
how.
important video, can't wait.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna show you.
PS8000 on HDMI channels like my PS4 Pro. The screen sometimes changes the colors for a second, but on the TV apps it never does it on.
Well, that's because it's detecting to see what kind of content you're like what kind of a content are you reading from the output, and also is checking to see what kind of TV you have. For example, like I'm playing this on my Vizio M55C2. I have it connected because I have my camera close to the Vizio 55-inch M55C2 TV, and this TV doesn't have a wide color gamut and doesn't have a HDR at all. So it's gonna take me to 420 right away. It's not gonna take me to 422 because it doesn't have the HDR, and therefore it doesn't support a wide color of gamuts. So therefore it will not support the YUV 422. YUV 422, it's the wide color gamut 10-bit panel, you know. So that's why you might see that switching back and forth, you know. What the YUV means is just a codex. It's a coding for what type of TV and what type of coloring does your TV support. Is it a 10-bit? This TV is a 10-bit too, but the difference is it doesn't have the wide color gamut. It doesn't have that quantum dot technology, and it doesn't have a HDR. So therefore, it'll only stay at the HDCP1. It'll stay only at the YUV 420. And 420, it's also 10-bit, but it's a 10-bit without HDR. It's a 10-bit without wide color gamut. Once you hit, I can show this example if you guys want to on one of my videos. I can show you when I switch between just a standard dashboard menu on my PlayStation 4 Pro on Samsung KS8000. You will see it only stays at HDCP YUV 420. As soon as I turn on and start playing Horizon Zero Dawn, and Horizon Zero Dawn starts, you will see it at the 422.
Emoji red heart, emoji green heart, emoji red heart.
Oh my god, this is oh shit. This will definitely.
Thank you for the help.
No, it's okay. Look, right, here's the thing. It's hard to explain things when you're talking about it in technical terms. This is why I do these videos, because I want to show it to you in both visual and audio. So that way when I tell you something, okay, what this is, then I can show you visually what I mean. So it's easier for you to understand what the YUV is and why they code it by YUV, and what's the 420 and what's 422. You know, there's another code that's used. You heard about it, 444. That one I will also explain. I'll do a video on that, because some of you have been confused on the Xbox One S. Some of you think that's the Dolby Vision, but it's not, and I'll explain that in the video. I'll explain all of that on a quantum dot video. I'm gonna do that video probably after Easter, and we'll talk about it. It'll be a 30-minute video. And also, people need to keep in mind that the quantum dot technology, it's not a cheap technology either. You know, it costs Korea, Samsung, to, you know, supply and pay these labs to distribute and put it behind the panel on their TV sets. However, the LG labs that's using the organic OLED emitting diodes, that substance costs even more money. So that's why OLED is more expensive to make than, let's say, quantum dot. And the guy talks about the CEO of this company that creates the quantum dot substance technology to be used. He talks about how that is the case. You know, the difference between the OLED, which is more expensive, and the quantum dot technology, and this is why Samsung is staying with the quantum dot technology, because it's cheaper for them, a little bit more cheaper than for them to be using the OLED technology, and how they're advancing with the quantum dot. What they're able to do with the LCD and quantum dot, and how the LCD and quantum dot, it's able to push the envelope a little bit further. So. I mean, granted, you guys could look this up on the Google too and check it out. But since I already done enough research on it, I'll do a video about it.
Warning, shields critical.
This game takes a little bit of getting used to. It's not as bad.
Warning, shields critical.
It's just the controllers are a little bit strange. You know, you have to press the R2 and you have to press the L1 and L2 to spin. You know, that's a bit. I mean, it's not bad. It's just this game. It's very motion sick, man. If you like have an issue with spinning around and motion, then you definitely should stay away from this game. It'll make you sick for sure. I mean, right now, I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, damn, what's going on? All right, let's do a quick match. Let's do this. I want to see how the game is on the multiplayer. I'll just check it out. Now, is VR for everyone? No, it's not. You know, there's a lot of people that don't like the fact of holding a big giant headset on their head. There's people that have glasses and they don't like the, you know, headset on top of their glasses. So there's a lot of uncomfort in VR. It's you know, but it's the experience. This is really for enthusiasts, for people who want to try something new. This is the first stages of the VR. Obviously, in the future, we are going to be seeing much less and less bulkier headset. To me, the most comfortable headset right now is honestly the Samsung Gear VR. It's the most, there's no cables attached. It's very light, it's very simple, and it's very comfortable. That new Samsung Gear VR headset with that new Samsung S Plus that's coming out with an infinity high definition screen will look much better.
Don't you think?
Sorry about that. Could you repeat that again? I didn't hear it. Sorry. I mean, could you write that down again? Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna go with her, man. With the cowgirl. Let's do it.
Old need better response times for gaming, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, with PlayStation 4 Pro, as you can see, I have no issues with any kind of lag. It's very responsive, and that's the one benefit you will get with PlayStation 4 Pro instead of the regular model, which is the CUH 7000. I'm talking about the PlayStation 4 2013 version. So,
Oh, she looks dope, Al.
Alright, let's do a loadout 8.
Big gun.
Sure you know how to use that, kid?
Hold on a second. Alright, let's play. But this is a very gorgeous game. Definitely, it's, I would say, one of the better PlayStation VR games at the moment. Obviously, Starblood is not bad either. But Farpoint in May 16th, Farpoint will be definitely a game to look forward to. Sad news is I'm really disappointed that Gran Turismo Sport, it's not going to be doing any VR, but that's okay. I guess they're more concentrated on 4K HDR. So that's fine, you know, that's fine by me. 4K HDR. I'm honestly more interested in how the game's gonna look in 4K HDR.
Really good.
Oh, let's do a Carnage. We'll just do like quick Carnage and let's see. Confirm. Here we go. Hopefully there aren't any issues and problems because I'm streaming at the same time and also trying to play online, so hopefully everything will go smooth. Why every character has like a big booty, man? It's like, do they do it on purpose? Actually, let's just do a single player right now, guys. Let's just, because I'm streaming this, and I mean... Hold on a second.
Big booties for life, ha ha ha.
Let's do a single player. I did a tutorial. Let's do Skimmerish. Alright, let's confirm. Let's do Carnage. Let's confirm. Altar. Ascent. Let's do Outpost. Seems like a pretty cool one. Let's do that. Let's confirm.
Carnage. Eliminate enemy players.
How many of you guys have VR? Like, I mean, when I say VR, I mean like in general, any kind of a VR, like whether it's a Gear VR or PlayStation VR or HTC Vive or Oculus.
I recently got one thanks to you.
Thank you. Oh man, I got killed right away.
No vodka today, MR4K vodka Trafigura. Wow. VR, dead motion sickness at times, LOL.
Yeah, I know. Finally, I made a kill.
Not paying attention.
This is like a motion sickness at its worst. Damn. Jesus.
I also have cheesy cardboard VR headset.
Shields depleted.
What's that? You mean how long I had VR headset?
code red Jesse though, bro.
Hey, how you doing?
Google Cardboard headset.
Oh, yeah, the cardboard. Well, that's a good, first level entry to kind of check it out. But to truly get yourself immersed, I would say you have to go switch from cardboard, go to like something better. Seriously, go with like a Gear. If you have Samsung or if you have iPhone, there's other devices out there. They're a little bit better than the cardboard, so you can experience a little bit better resolution and a little bit clearer movements.
I was playing a similar game to this one on the Gear VR.
I would say if you have Samsung, if you have Galaxy S6 or 7, I definitely say go with the Gear. They're powered by Oculus, and Samsung, it's also in partnership with Oculus. They have more Oculus games in there. It's much better experience, man. Definitely when it comes to mobile, I say Samsung Gear. Go with the Gear. There's no question about that, man.
Let the chaos happen! It's voting time!
Oh my god.
Shields depleted.
Keep them coming, folks! This isn't politics! Everyone has a vote!
Whoa.
Shields depleted.
Prepare for the crash match! What the hell's that supposed to be?
Will I get a 20174 KTV? What ones you think will be the best?
Well, you mean HTC Vive? Yeah, I mean...
Lombard movie in VR is tricky. Will you get?
You mean my Gear? I have that new Gear, that new Samsung Gear VR. The second generation one, the blue one, I know there's one coming out with remote control, Bluetooth remote control, but it's pretty much the same thing, nothing's changed, just that it has that remote control. The only advantage I can see is that new Samsung S8 Plus with that bigger screen and the AMOLED screen. I can see that being the advantage for the Samsung. And honestly, I've tried Samsung Gear VR and it looks, even on the S7 Edge, looks great. I can only imagine how good it's going to look on the S8 Plus. I mean, the bottom line is this, guys. They're all pretty much equally the same gimmick. What I mean by that, it's like you're still going to have that same feel of the VR. The only difference is how responsive it's going to be and the resolution and the graphics. Obviously, when it comes to resolution and graphics, HTC Vive kills it all. Because HTC Vive right now, I tried HTC Vive, and it feels very immersive. It feels like you are, like you transport yourself like into a different dimension. Like everything's clean, everything feels like lifelike. Like it's like you feel like you can touch something. It's that clean, but you gotta have a very high-end PC, man. I tried iRacing, the iRacing, the internet racing on the HTC Vive, and it was pretty good. You really felt like you were racing, like you were there. But for a console, I say this is a good entry-level PlayStation VR. They have some good games, but nothing that's gonna make you go like, oh, I gotta go buy it. I think the one game maybe would be a Farpoint and My Summer Lesson. That game maybe, I don't know, but they don't even know when that game is going to be released. Some are saying April, because the problem with that game is there's a lot of controversy about that game, because it's a very pervy game. Look it up anyway. I don't want to talk about it too much, but look it up, My Summer Lesson, and you'll see why the game's being held, put on hold for the North America because of the whole, you know, pervy situation within the game.
Something tells me that paint is going to be scratched.
Okay, let's do another one. Hold on.
What's it about?
Well, basically, you were there in a room with this college girl, and your job is to kind of like remind her and talk to her about the what she needs to do, and it's like very weird, man. It's like very pervy. Like you constantly, like she's talking to you, and you like always there with her. When she's with her friends, you're there with her, and like you're always following her, like some kind of a bodyguard, you know. And then if you're alone in a room with her, you talk to her about things, and then you can kind of like, when she's sitting, or when she's bending over, you can kind of kneel down, and you can look under the skirt. It's like, it's a very pervy game. It's a Japanese game, so I don't know if that game's gonna even make it. I think it will make it, but they might have to edit some stuff on there. I think the version we're gonna get, it's gonna be a version that they're gonna take care of some of that stuff, you know. I don't think we'll be able to have that much freedom to do what we want to do in the game. I think the game's gonna be stripped down from all the abilities. Remember, the stuff that I saw was back in the PlayStation experience, you know, when they were testing it and all that. But I don't think we'll have that ability as I have seen on PlayStation experience, you know. And that's okay, man. I mean, but still, I don't know. It's kind of stupid that they're so like worried about that stuff. And honestly, there's such insecurity about sexuality. It's so stupid. As if like they don't know. Everybody can find out about everything. They can go and have access to their phone. You know, the kids already know what's going on. Like, they're not stupid. You know, they have an idea. So the whole thing, it's so ridiculous. But they don't want to get a lawsuit. That's the problem, man. These companies are always afraid about the lawsuits. You know, what if somebody puts a lawsuit and this and that? So, but look it up. It's called the My Summer Lesson. That's what it's called.
Welcome to the burn circuit.
Oh yeah, choose that one. If you like food.
Sounds amazing. S.
Need me to fix something?
I'm back.
S.
You.
S. How often do you think Sony will upgrade PlayStation VR headset?
You okay, kid?
Should we send
Was that PlayStation VR headset? You said SSSSS PlayStation VR headset.
Team Carnage, eliminate the enemy team.
Hey. Hey. Hetty. Hey. Hey. Hey.
Hey now. Oh, this is nice, man. Oh yeah. This is cool now. I like this. It's pretty cool.
How often do you think Sony will upgrade the PlayStation VR?
Well, so far they've been doing great. They've been making a lot of money off of it, so I can see them, you know, doing more upgrades on it, doing a PlayStation VR 2. Because this thing sold a lot, you know. In just in past 5 months, the PlayStation VR sold a lot of units. So I definitely can see PlayStation VR 2 happening. Hopefully they'll get rid of this eye camera and they'll use something better.
Shields depleted.
Because I don't think that the VR, this PlayStation camera, is that good. And another thing that I don't like is the VR headset feels heavy. It's not like a super comfortable.
I think I'm
Sandy
done.
said this is why he wants a break
Actually,
from YouTube.
nope.
Disney doesn't have a problem with it.
What's that?
Shields restored.
You know, one thing I noticed about this game, it gets very motion sick. You know what I mean? And I don't know if some of you are gonna enjoy this game that much, because you will get very motion sick, man, from this. Easily. Nice. Hey, I'm kicking ass right now.
Well, a kill's a kill.
That's right. Kill's a kill.
How about the Star Trek VR?
Well, I could definitely see this game without VR. I mean, I could definitely see this game in an HDR, 4K HDR. I'm surprised they haven't done two versions. The VR version and the 4K HDR version. I think that would have been great for the price of one, man.
Everyone has a vote.
I was commenting a lot to be funny. Sorry if it bothers
You
you.
made
I'm
my
new to this
day.
channel though.
Well, I'll tell you right now how I feel about this game. I definitely feel motion sickness in my stomach because, you know, everything's so, like,
Good time roll.
moving fast up and down, and you're circling left and right. You know, it's like your brain is thinking like we're inside this cube and we're spinning and stuff. So, you know, your brain is trying to process all of this information. So you'll definitely feel motion sickness. There's no question about that, man. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying for those of you who are, you know, who have that problem, motion sickness, then this just you're not gonna enjoy this game. I don't think you're gonna enjoy VR to begin with if you have motion sickness. But if you don't have any motion sickness and you're okay with it, man, you're gonna be fine.
Anyone wants to suck my cock? Do you play any sports games?
Shields restored.
There you go, I got you. Shit.
Are you being serious right now? Screw up, man. Shields restored.
King 318 suck my cock.
I think I'm done. Actually, nope.
I didn't know there's a music in the background. I just realized that.
Red team wins.
Oh my god, I only 3 kills.
And tonight's top player is Alan.
I got 5,500 points.
King 318 I a dirty nigger.
Really, seriously, man? I mean, are you really that stupid? Or did your mother just drop you on your head? I'm pretty sure she did.
everyone. We'll be back after these messages.
And you know, you would never say that to me in person. You know that, kid. You're just acting tough behind your fucking keyboard. I fucking dare you. I double dare you. Ever in your life. I hope for your sake you never come near me in person, because that'll be the last thing you see, motherfucker. No, seriously, dude. If you ever bump into me in real life, that'll be the last thing you see. I can guarantee you that. So yeah, type on the fucking keyboard.
What's up, bro? Do you play sports games?
What's that? Hey, listen, guys, it's not gonna work. If you're gonna come here talking shit, it's not gonna happen, okay? I'm just gonna mute you, okay? So just fuck off.
Carnage. Eliminate the enemy
All right.
team.
Done. Fuck off. How about that?